So fans of AirPods Max might be wondering when the second gen's going to launch, and while Gurman does give us an update regarding that, so let's delve into it. So this is related to the new EU law in place that says Apple needs to use Type-C across all their devices, and so based on this, Mark Gurman says we should see second generation AirPods Max with a Type-C port launched by 2024. Now that is a pretty massive time frame, but of course, Apple being Apple, they are going to plan ahead and transition all their devices before the law goes in place. And so I do think much of they're doing with the iPhones, the AirPods Max, are going to transition a year before that. And actually, Min-Chi Kuo did tell us we should see new AirPods Pro and AirPods 3 cases that do support the Type-C port in 2023. So yes, I do think we should see AirPods Max 2 launch in 2023 with these refreshes. And generally, Apple does have a 3-year cycle with their AirPods, and so the fact the OG pair launched in 2020, it does make sense for the second gen to launch in 2023 instead. Now, in case you're wondering about the upgrades we're going to get, do remember that now with the launch of AirPods Pro 2, most of the new features those AirPods got are going to come down to the Max. So for example, I'm sure there's going to be ANC improvements. In fact, I've read many reviews saying AirPods Pro 2's ANC is now as good as AirPods Max. And so if Apple does improve AirPods Max ANC in a similar way, I can see this being the class leader in this aspect. Transparency mode should also get an update. Now it should have adaptive transparency, which of course cancels out any harsh noises, and that's going to protect your hearing. Actually, related to this, there was beta firmware suggesting adaptive transparency is going to come down to the OG Maxes, but that was a bug, and I'm pretty sure this feature works only with AirPods that have the H2 chip. And yeah, that brings me on to the next upgrades. We should get the H2 chip in this, one in each cup of the headphone. The same goes for the U1 chip. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in these AirPods, which is going to make Find My tracking better with these if you do lose them. And yeah, related to that, we could see speaker holes in the actual headphones to play a sound when connected, and of course also when lost. However, that could look pretty ugly. Now, of course, with AirPods Pro, there is a new gesture for volume control, so of course, we could see AirPods Max adopt that. And in fact, originally AirPods Max was supposed to get this, but I do think most AirPods Max consumers do prefer the crown for control. And finally, I'm expecting Bluetooth 5.3 with these, better battery life, water resistance for those who work out with the Maxes, and hopefully a better case. Anyways, let's delve into your questions regarding these new AirPods. So Moses Williams says, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the midnight color, which of course would match the MacBook Air and the iPhone 13, and yes, I'm also praying we see this. Midnight, even with the fingerprints, does look gorgeous, and so carrying that shade over to the AirPods Max would be pretty great. Now, no one you know gives us a long list of features they want to see with future AirPods Max. They say 3-day battery life, 3-minute charging for 3 hours, much lower weight, plastic cans, waterproof, better ANC and ANC for the mic to filter out background sounds, and off button, and also a really nice case. And out of those, yes, I want to see battery life improvements, charging improvements would also be great. I know the XM5s already offer fast charging, so the AirPods matching that would be pretty convenient. And yeah, the lower weight and the plastic cans would also be nice because I've heard many complain about the weight, and of course a change of material could fix the condensation issue that of course some have been facing. As for water resistance, yes, for those who work out with headphones, this is a must, and so including that with these AirPods would also be great. Now, as for the better ANC, I do think Apple's going to give us that with AirPods Max 2, and as for the mics, they are already pretty good. But yes, giving us the ability to filter out background sounds when using the mics would be convenient. Now, the off button actually I don't care about because, as far as I know, existing AirPods Max do a pretty good job at turning themselves off. And to be honest, I find it convenient for the AirPods to turn themselves off and not me having to flip a switch. And so I don't mind Apple leaving that out with AirPods Max 2. And finally, a better case is a must. The smart case is terrible and does a pretty bad job at being a case. And so once again, I'm praying that Apple does give us a hard shell case for these new AirPods Max. Now Dan says, I just bought a pair of AirPods Max for $200 and they were still under warranty. Now that is a pretty fantastic deal, and to be honest, I've seen many sales on the current AirPods Max, and since I'm pretty sure that retailers do need permission from Apple to lower prices, I think that is a sign that Apple is willing to lower the price of these and can admit these were too expensive to begin with. And so yes, $450 for the AirPods Max 2 makes a ton of sense, and I could actually see that happening since, do you remember with the HomePods, Apple also admitted that was too expensive and gave it a price cut. So GAG Bro 29 says, AirPods Max need to be reversible touch controls on both cups so that it does not matter how you wear them. Now this was actually initially being worked on but had to be scrapped, but yes, I'm hoping we do see it. It would be pretty convenient. They also want lossless audio support and a better case, and yes, I completely agree with that. We need both of those features ASAP. So Rabbi says, I will actually buy AirPods Max 2 if the bra case was changed. And yes, I'm completely with you, the smart case was a joke of a case, and I'm hoping that's the first thing Apple fixes with these new Maxes. So Brandon says, a better case, a power button plastic build, better base, USB Type-C water resistance, and a lower price, $400 should suffice. Now $400 would be perfect, but realistically Apple's not going to be that nice. The price cut's going to be $100 at the very most, and so yeah, I think $450 is right for the price of the 2nd Gen Max. And as for the features you listed, they are very similar to the other suggestions, and yeah, I agree with them for the most part, especially better bass because I am a bass lover myself, but personally, as I said before, I don't need a power button on these. Apple can again leave that out. Anyways, that's about it guys, but of course, tell me your thoughts regarding this report in the comments. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video in the clip above on details regarding the iPhone 15 series, and on that note, see ya peeps.